People keep asking me if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. That was just a little bit I wanted to do. I'm a much better actor than that. Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Brandon from FILMBOT. Today I'm reviewing John Wick 4. John Wick 4 continues the saga by following John as he gets closer to taking down the High Table and achieving his freedom. The price on his head continues increasing as a new and more powerful villain emerges. Along the way, John has to confront other new enemies and some people from his past. Let me start off by saying this was the most action-packed film I've ever watched. When director Chad Stahelski was asked, "How much action are you going to put in John Wick 4?" he simply replied with, "Yes." You have to remember, Keanu Reeves has to train in the martial arts to make the fight scenes look convincing. And then he has to learn the choreography. And then they have to do multiple takes, and the guy's in his late 50s. Keanu Reeves has once again proven that he's a man of focus, commitment, and sheer will. This version of the franchise did a really cool thing in having new assassins with various backgrounds and fighting styles, and they all had their moment in the film where we got to learn about them and they were humanized. It was a really cool way to expand the world within John Wick even more. The famous martial artist Donnie Yen from Ip Man was in this film, as well as Hiroyuki Sanada, who was in the newest Mortal Kombat movie. There was also an actor I'm not familiar with named Shamier Anderson, whose character reminded me of Mac from Predator. Let me know if you get that vibe. I love how with each John Wick film, they always incorporate new ideas that keeps the franchise fresh. Like in this film, they had nunchucks, or they had an incendiary shotgun, which was freaking badass. Reminded me of Constantine. The few gripes that I had with the movie was that I felt like they could have done more with the lead antagonist, Bill Skarsgård's character. They didn't give him any fighting ability at all. Because they were hyping up the character so much, it felt like the ending for him was a letdown. I was hoping he'd be on par with John Wick's fighting skills. There's also a couple scenes that I felt could have been left out. Maybe that poker scene felt like a waste of a few minutes. I did like that this film kind of brought us back to John Wick 1 when we saw the scene with the dog and he talked about his wife more, and it kind of brought it back to the emotions that John Wick was feeling in the first film. With the unfortunate passing of the actor Lance Reddick, who played Charon, the concierge of the Continental, I was really curious how they were going to address that after the movie, because sometimes they'll say in memory of this actor if they pass. I felt like because the character died in the movie, it was almost a tribute in itself when Winston said a few words about who Charon represented to him. I think they should have made the ending to this movie similar to The Dark Knight Rises, where we think the main character's dead, and then we find out he's just living his life. And they kind of alluded to John still being alive when we see the dog looking in the distance during that funeral scene. I would have been happier to see John Wick alive, though, as I'm sure the audience would have been as well. I'm rating John Wick 4 an 8.5 out of 10. Thank you all for watching. See you at the movies.